One of the great entrepreneurship books of the past 15 years is The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. The book is focused on a new method for innovation. Companies should have quick product cycles, develop something, experiment, quickly deploy it to customers, get feedback, iterate, and try it again. Constant experimentation, rapid deployment, rapid product cycles. It's something that we try to incorporate in the shul. We have an idea, we roll it out, we see how it works. If it doesn't work, we stop it. If it works better, people seem to like it, we lean into it. But at the end of the book, the author takes a look back at 100 years of management literature. And he talks about how much we have progressed in the science of being able to organize people into efficient structures, to produce things, to create. And that 100 years ago, the question that companies asked was, can it be built? Can we assemble people together in an efficient system to surmount technological hurdles? Can we build an automobile? Can it be done at scale? Can it be done? Today, we've gotten so good at that. There's not a question whether it can be built. The question is, should it be built? The challenge for today is figuring out what is the right focus. You have that capacity. You've achieved that first step. But now what do you do with that capacity? What should be built? This parsha is the parsha of independence, freedom. The independence and the freedom of the Bnei Yisrael from Mitzrayim is encapsulated in the really 5 lashonos shel geula v'hotzesi, v'hitzalti, v'go'alti, v'lakachti, v'hevesi, all at the beginning of Parashas Vaera. But if you look closely, you'll see that there are really 2 steps, a progression. It starts, v'hotzesi, and I will take you out, me, from Mitzrayim. V'hitzalti, and I will save you, me, from their burdens. The first step in freedom and independence is freedom from, as the philosophers call it. Being free from what is holding you back. Being able to have the freedom from the Mitzrim who are enslaving us. Then there's V'go'alti, I will redeem you, and then that leads to the next phase, freedom to. V'lakachti eschem li, and I will take you to me. V'hevesi eschem el, and I'll bring you to the land. From freedom from to freedom to. See, freedom from is that I had something holding me back. Maybe it was a technological hurdle. Maybe it was an efficiency challenge. Maybe it was something that was enslaving me. And now I'm free from that. I didn't know if I could do it. Now I could. We know we can build it. But now that I have that capacity, I don't have them on my back anymore. What am I going to do with that? What should I do? And that is where you get to the affirmative question of what should it be? What should be built? And that is freedom to live a life of godliness. The people sponsoring the Kiddush today, the monumental achievement of completing Seder Nashim with the Daf Yomi, come here every morning, 6 o'clock, to learn. And there's really 2 steps in that process. 2 steps to this achievement. The first is that they're able to free themselves from the bonds of sleep, of laziness, of our nature, to want to stay in the warm bed at the early hours of the morning. It's cold outside. But even after they've accomplished that first step, and they've freed themselves from those bonds, what are they going to do at that time? That special time, those early morning hours, while the rest of the world sleeps. What are they going to do? You read all about that in the entrepreneurship literature. The early morning routines. They could meditate, they could this, they could that, they could putter about, they could check emails. What should they do at that time? Freedom to do what? And they come here and they lay that foundation for their day with the Daf Yomi, with joining the conversation, the timeless conversation of Rebbe to Talmud, of Pir, Chavrusa to another. We don't all have to do this Daf Yomi. We don't all have to get up at 6 a.m. But we are all on a journey of freedom. We're trying to find 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, where we don't have to answer an email, where we are free from all of those things. And the question we need to ask ourselves is freedom to do what? What are we going to do with that time? If we all learn from these people who are making the Siyum today, who inspire us that every minute counts, and having that freedom is not enough, but it's how do we utilize that? When we do that, and everyone does that, brings us one more step to the real Gula, to the ultimate freedom, to the ultimate independence, the coming of Mashiach.